Social media fucked up everything. It made more avenues for money now.
Right. For sure.
But it fucked up everything. Marriages. Everything. At first, your bitch used to just see the niggas at work, you, and that's it. And come home. That's all she had to look at. Now she got about 30,000 niggas to look at. You heard me? For when you don't act right. And she hypnotized by all the other the bitches getting shit on Instagram that she ain't getting. So all that time you didn't put in but no money, it fucked up everything. It fucked up you too. All you had to look at was your side bitches, your bitches at work, your bitch at home, and come back. That's all we had. That's all. A couple side bitches from the other side of town. Now you hypnotized.
Yeah.
You look at your bitch and you see 1,000 bitches look better.
At their best too.
And you looking way better than your bitch. You look over at your bitch, you like, it fucked up. It made us hoes, bro. It made us hoes.
No, I did.
It made your bitch a hoe. It made your nigga a hoe.
Yo, Boosie is a different breed, but nonetheless, he's 100% correct. Human beings as a whole, we always try to think that we can always do better at all times. That's kind of how we're wired. We always think that we can, we always try to find the best option for us every single day we wake up. That's just how human beings are. We always try to find the best fit and the best option for us 24/7. Human beings are naturally selfish like that. But unfortunately, social media made it 10 times worse. Because every time you swipe right and you swipe left on Instagram, dating apps, or whatever you use, you always think that you found a better option, whether you're a male or a female. That's just how it is, unfortunately. But here's another few reasons why social media has made dating and human interaction much worse. Number one, it's made a lot of people very antisocial, men included. So with girls, the way it's made them antisocial is that they're so used to looking at their phone 24/7, they can barely hold the conversation when a guy does try to approach them. And number two, for guys, most guys don't even approach girls no more. They really don't. Matter of fact, I was at a party last week, and I was at the top, like in a section, and I just sat back and I watched everybody. I just wanted to see how the guys were interacting with the girls. And yo, I'm telling you, man, no one was talking to nobody. I never seen no shit like that before. Everyone was just looking up in the, like, you know, they was moving around, listening to music, but everyone was looking, staring into space, looking at the ceiling, like looking at their phones. No one was interacting with nobody. And the reason why it was so shocking to me was because 5 years ago, you didn't see this shit. That's what was crazy. I'm telling you, man, human interaction has changed within the last 5 years. It has changed. Anyone who's been going to parties consistently, like anyone in their late 20s will let you know that I'm not lying. Anyone who goes out to parties or going out to events consistently will tell you that interaction between men and women has changed due to social media. It has made a lot of women antisocial, and it's made a lot of guys antisocial as well, because now they're damn near afraid to even talk to a chick. And even when they do, they can barely hold a conversation. Matter of fact, I just seen a video clip of this guy, like he works out a lot. He goes to the gym consistently. So he was on a live, an Instagram live face chat with a girl, and he was trying to talk to her, and he was like, I got big muscles, you know, that's why you should be talking to me. That's all he could say. He didn't know where to start. He didn't like introduce himself. He just talked about how his body looked. You can tell he's not accustomed to even, like, forget females for a second. He's not even accustomed to talking to people. Like, how do you even start off a conversation like that with talking about your muscles? Like, that is very, very weird. And a lot of guys who go to the gym, well, I think I lied. Yeah, a lot of guys who do go to the gym, because I used to work at Blink, like in New York. Well, for you guys not in New York, Blink is a big time known gym in New York. So I used to work there for a couple of months, and I used to see how, you know, some guys, like, they will be in shape, but they barely even know how to hold a conversation. They think that just being muscular is it, and, you know, holding a conversation and raising a chick's interest through a conversation, or at least know how to start one, is really not that important. Because they're so used to just lifting weights and looking through their phone, they can barely hold a conversation. Same thing with girls. They'll look good in the gym, but they don't really know how to hold a conversation because they have been practicing it. Like, it's just like playing football. If you're not practicing throwing a football consistently, you're never going to be good at it. So it's the same thing when you're working on your people skills to hold the conversation. If you're always in your phone swiping right, swiping left, or only responding to DMs through text, you're never going to be good at talking to people. So it's made a lot of young men and young girls very antisocial, and their communication skills is way off. It's kind of bad. They would rather sit in their house and talk to someone and text someone rather than having a real life conversation. Matter of fact, it's gotten so bad where you have a lot of guys going into a girl's DM and they're saying, "Hey, can you pay to go out with me?" Like, they're actually paying the girl just to go out with them. So you're not even willing to have a conversation to whether to see that she even likes you. You're so desperate to the point where you're asking her, "Hey, I'll give you a couple $100 just so you can see me." What type of loser shit is that? That means that, obviously, forget going on dates and having sex. You're not really accustomed. Like, no one wants to be around you. Imagine if you're paying someone just so they can hang around you. That means that you're probably boring as fuck and you're probably weird. That's what that tells you. That's what's going on. So it's made a lot of people with bad social skills, it's just made their problems much worse. So it's going both ways. That's how I see it. The second thing I want to touch on is that guys with the most status, they're getting the most attention from girls. See, a girl who is cute, she'll still get a lot of likes, comments, and DMs because obviously a girl is just more attractive. Like, a girl is gonna have more value. A young girl is gonna have more value than a young guy. That's just how it is. A man doesn't really start hitting his value until he starts getting a little bit older, because as men, our looks improve as we get older. Like, I'm telling you, like, some dudes I went to high school with, like, I was like, man, they ugly as shit. Like, that's what I used to think. But as time went on, I'm like, they get in the gym, their facial hair is coming in, they getting their fashion right. They looking like they getting something, right? That's just how guys are wired. We look better as we get older. So in the beginning, a girl's gonna always have she's always gonna have an advantage as opposed to a guy that's just getting his feet wet. But the dudes who are kind of established and they're known for being established, they're always gonna have much more of an access to guys. I mean, my bad. Pause. My bad. They're always gonna have much more of an access to females. They're always gonna have much of an access, so that makes the average guy's job harder. So if you know that you're average, or you know that you're not a big time celebrity like that, you're gonna have to get a legit profile. You need at least 10 good looking pictures that show your face and show like your body being lean or some type of good looking physique. You can't have a picture with a no profile picture or a picture with a dog and you say that's a lit profile. No one will take you seriously. No one. Girls won't take you seriously. Guys don't even want to admit that they know you. Like, I don't understand how in today's age, how you can have no profile picture and you think people are going to respect you on IG. Now, some of you guys might think I'm crazy for saying this, because like, why should you care about being lit on Instagram and other profiles when you should be lit in real life? You have a point, but unfortunately that's not reality. A lot of females are going to judge you critically based off the way your profile looks, particularly Instagram, if we're just being honest. Like, Instagram is basically the world's biggest dating app. You gotta have a good looking Instagram profile. I'm not saying you gotta have a million followers. I'm not saying you have 20,000 followers. I'm not saying that, but you have to have a few pictures of yourself looking good. You just have to. There's no way that you can have like 2 pictures of you taking a picture of the sea and a couple of your friends of cooking s'mores, and you think that's a lit profile. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You have to have good looking pictures with good looking outfits on, hair done, and that's a respectable profile. It doesn't have to be nothing too crazy, but it can't be something blank or something with your mom hanging out, or you saying, "Hey, I voted today." That's not gonna fly today. I'm sorry, it's just not. That's how social media has basically changed the game. It's made it much harder for the average. Matter of fact, actually, it's made it harder for women as well. Actually, there is one thing I will say. See, back in the day, if you had a cute face, like your front looked good, you'd be okay. But you see a lot of these girls getting these surgeries, making their ass look fatter because of these certain type of surgeries they get from Dr. Miami or any person that they go to. It's made it much more competitive for girls to stand out because now all you see is doms everywhere. You see the same IG models getting shout outs. They're all over social media. They're getting paid ads to promote their Instagram pictures. So you see it 24/7. I mean, I'm telling you, every time I go on Instagram, I'm seeing another dom. But the sad thing is, that's not reality in real life. Most people are average. That's just how it is. Most people are average, man. Social media has made it harder for the average person in general. So now it's forced a lot of girls to step their looks to the fullest. Why do you think so many girls are so insecure nowadays? I mean, women had always had a tendency to be insecure, but it's obviously much worse because now it's competitive. Every girl, every time they look good or they losing weight, they're posting pictures every chance they get because they know that everywhere they go, everywhere they look, there's a new dime piece being introduced to Instagram for men to see. So that's how bad it's gotten. So the thing is, like, I'm talking through a guy's perspective real quick. Everyone has to step up their game. You cannot be, honestly, you can't really be a fat. I mean, if you're fat and broke, you have no shot. I'm gonna be honest with you. Only guys like Rick Ross and DJ Khaled can get away with being fat as fuck and they still can get chicks. But if you're fat, broke, and average, you're done. You're done. Like, only chicks, like, even though, like, I'm not the biggest, like, big chicks are not really my type, but obviously, big chicks will always have an opportunity to get a boyfriend as opposed to a dude who's fat and broke. That's just the way it is, and it's always been like that. So obviously, it's made it harder for women, but it's made it much harder for guys in general. It's not going to change. Social media is here now, so you pretty much have to live with it. So get your profiles together, get some decent looking pictures. Go out with your friends, have your friends take pictures of you, and do it periodically to where you have a decent looking profile and you can get attractive looking girls to start noticing you. But a blank profile with no pictures is not going to help you at all. I'm sorry. Like, because you know what happens? Social proof is a motherfucker, right? That's why a lot of guys with status will always have their way with chicks because they at least have social proof. It shows that people actually like being around you. If no one likes being around you, in her mind, she'll think, why should I be around you? That's exactly how it is, man. And it even says in the 48 Laws of Power. In the 48 Laws of Power, I think chapter 6, I believe, it says court attention at all costs. So if you're not courting any attention and you're not getting any type of traction to your page at all, or it doesn't even look respectable for anyone to at least look at it, it doesn't look interesting at all, no girl's gonna take you seriously. Girls do their homework like a motherfucker. Like, you have girls who, they will get your IG profile and they will put it in a group chat to say, hey girls, like, what do you think how do you think he looks? Like, should I fuck with him? Should I talk to him? And if you have a blank picture and you have nothing to show for it, and you have like a picture of grass or some shit, or a picture of a flag or a meme or something, no, like, there's nothing to show. There's nothing interesting about it. Have a decent looking profile and have good looking pictures to stand out, because it's getting harder and harder, and like, there's no sense of really complaining about it. Like, I'm the type of guy that thinks that you should always find ways to defeat the problem instead of bitching about it. That's just how I see it. You have some girls saying that, oh, things are hard, so maybe I shouldn't lose weight in the gym so guys will take me more seriously. And then you have some guys sitting there saying the same thing. Oh, maybe I shouldn't lose any weight, maybe I shouldn't make any more money, Yeah, so those guys are going to be done. That's just the way I see it. So tell me what y'all think of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.